마이스가 살짝 올라간 것밖에 없는데 그냥 안 했어요 지금.
I mean, this whole game has been board control. I think I've lost more damage from my axes than I have from him.
돈만 쓰고.
He's got a bit of cards on us. We have yet to get a. We need a. I mean, we have all our big minions. We still got a lot of cards left. One of our big minions in our deck. So we start getting them out. Thank you, sir. Alright, we're not even gonna attack this because we're just not. Just silence that. Okay. Let's just go ahead and kill.
그냥 그러려니 할 텐데 완전히 그냥 기도 못해가지고.
Do it this way. I'm taking 3 damage on that, but I probably should have done that. I probably should have. He could have cleared this out with those two. I don't know. Yeah, so they met him. They hit it off. Him and the guy my mom met. His name is Jerry. Consider my dad to this day, even though I didn't meet him until I was like 12. He decided to move back to Minnesota, small town of 800 people, and right in the smack dab middle of Minnesota, right in the Mississippi River. Is where he grew up. All his family was. So him, his sister, and his sister's husband. We traveled from California to Minnesota in a 3-car caravan with 2 dogs and a pregnant lady. That was what I was scared of right there. Good play by him. We're saving this just to get another proc on it because it's getting low. We got a lot of card issues. I don't think he can draw anymore. He can't afford to draw any more cards. But so I ended up going to Minnesota with him that summer between my 6th, 7th grade year or something like that. So it was a great experience. It's not having to worry about the crime and the drugs. That's why I think I like Korea so much. It's just that town reminds me a lot of how Korea is. Just the good people. You know everybody. I mean, Seoul, of course, you don't know everybody, but it's the same thing where I think we won this, guys. I don't think there's anything in this deck that can stop us. There's Sludge Belcher would be a problem. We can clear that out. Yeah, I think we got this. Yeah, GG. But so I moved there. Fell in love with the place. My mom decided she was going to move from California. She got on the airplane, stopped doing drugs, never touched drugs since. So it's pretty amazing. Changed her whole life. Alright, we're kicking ass. 1 loss, 6 wins. So I'll just keep the stream going. I think I'm going to say screw the breaks and just figure how to edit it. It's better that way. And I'll just pause the stream while I'm taking breaks so there's not a blank screen. Yeah, so she decided to come at the end of the summer, so I started school right there, and right away, my class was like 50 people instead of 5,000. Teachers really took notice, and they would chase you down the hallway for you to turn in your homework, something I'd never seen before. So I kind of went and started a whole new life. It's like living on the moon compared to where I was at. It really is. I mean, going from the hot, ghetto, povertish place of California to a cold country town of 800 in Minnesota. Just 2 opposite ends of the coin. But then again, it gave me a good life experience of both those cultures. So I think it really did me a lot of good. If you play Shade here, I don't know, throw this out. So, yeah, once moving to Minnesota, from there, I was pretty popular. Well, at first it was I was a new guy, and there hadn't been a new kid there ever, and I was always a new kid till I graduated because no one new ever showed up. So the first year was kind of rough, and then, I was a really, really good athlete, so I'm going to coin out. What do I coin out? I have nothing to coin out. But then, I remember we had like an 8-foot basketball goal. And this is kind of when things started turning for me. And I was the first one to dunk in like 5th or 6th grade on this 8-foot basketball goal. And everybody was kind of cheering. It was kind of the turning point. I started getting more friends. You know how you are when you're a new kid.
지금 코르키 또
Yes,
터졌어요?
this is just not even a 4 drop in here.
네,
What the
마우카이로는
hell?
녹이고 지금 뭐 그리고 투페가 또 수선이
Guess we can get a nice
나와서
little 5 drop? I don't know. I'll probably 5 drop this.
네, 그걸 먼저 보여줬기 때문에
We got a little late game. I need at least something to synergize off this. That'd be nice.
50분 정도랑
So what kind of minion drops off this
이렇게
before we play this? Ugh. Alright, so let's go this way. Kind of a really slow game by both of them. I think it was the first minion both of us played in turn 5. So yeah, things started picking up. Started from that point. It's kind of like when all the action started. I started having sex. I think I was the first person in our whole class to have sex. School was really weird. It was real small schools. Town of 800. High school about 400 people. But the only people having sex then were the seniors. Really like the seniors. Maybe some juniors. But other than that, not a whole lot. So I was kind of notorious in a way for a kid that was having sex, I guess.
지금 또 다시 아까 전에 역전대로
Let me get 2 minions out here.
아까 수천이 없고 이태는 지금 수천이 다 있죠. 근데 수천이 있으면서 딜을 못 차고 있어가지고 수천이 그냥 있으나마나 게임이 돼버려가지고
That was a good minion for us. Allowed us to clear the board.
괜찮아요.
But we've taken a lot of damage just using our axe, I think, right? Yeah, we've taken 8 damage just off the axe hits. But we definitely got a dominant board. We can swipe this. Swipe on no swiping, right? But yeah, so and then I really started getting into sports. As a 7th grader, I wrestled varsity as a wrestler at 145. I had to cut a shit ton of weight to hit 145. Like 8 pounds in one night. Because we did a little wrestle off. I wasn't expected to win it. I was taking on. I had to go through 3 senior classmen. I think it was like a 9th grader, sophomore, or junior, something like that. And I ended up actually winning, which was very surprising. Let's play that on curve. Hopefully it stays and we can throw this on it next turn. Sitting pretty good now. We can swipe again, do some damage, but. Yeah, so that kind of started me off. Started running varsity track that fall. Made the varsity team as a 7th grader, and then later on that year, towards the end of the track season, I broke our 300-meter hurdle record as a 7th grader. So here I am. I was 12 or 13 years old, and I broke a hurdle record that had been standing in our school for, I want to say, almost 20 years, 15 years, as a 13-year-old. So that was a really big deal. That kind of put me on the map, made me kind of popular. From there, how do I deal with this? I think I know how I got to deal with it. So I want to deal with it that way,
날짜마다 갑자기 100만 원 받는 날이다 이거.
Looking good. Swipe this. If he has this, he's got to do it because that's 8 damage tonight. Yeah, so here was a varsity wrestler as a 7th grader, and then track athlete, and then my next year 8th grade, I met. She was a sophomore cheerleader for the wrestling team. Met her. I started actually practicing with the varsity football team as an 8th grader. I was big. I was same height I am now. I'd never grown since 7th grade. I was supposed to be 6'5", or 6'7", the doctor said, and I stopped growing at 12 years old, which, fuck, if I was 6'7", I'd be in the NFL, right? Yeah, I'd be, with my body type, I would be 360 pounds and 6'7", which, I'm pretty fast. I'm a pretty athletic guy for my size. Took the basketball into my 8th grade year at 6 foot tall. We are getting low on health. Okay, that's gonna help. I think we get card draw here. No, we don't need card draw. play it that way.
아,
That put a beating on him. I don't know, but he's staring at lethal right here, so he's got to do something. Got 2 traps. Got a nice board. Got some okay cards in our hand. Let's get that King Crush. I like finishing with Crush, just because, I mean, still looking at lethal. We still got 20 damage, so there's nothing he can kill here. That's GG. Well played. Don't have to get the Dr. Boom out. I could BM him, but I won't. Well played. Yeah, we stomped a fucking mud hole in that Druid. I do well against Druids. Although, I had a Druid game. We'll get back to the story in a minute, but I had a Druid game yesterday. They somehow got a turn 1 Shade, turn 2 Shade, turn 3 Keeper of the Grove. Yeah, the 4/6 taunt. On turn 3. It was my turn at turn 4, and I'm staring at 2 Shades and a Keeper of the Grove. I think it's Keeper of the Grove. Something like that. Nature something. But yeah, I should have GG'd right there, and then because the 1 Shade had been out, or at that point, it was already a 5/5, then it was a 4/4, and I had a 4/6 taunt. And so at that point, it was over, because I couldn't even attack into the Shades to kill him, because he had a 4/6 taunt on turn 4. I had 1 minion out. That was the sickest opening I've ever seen. Like, that, I think I lost 2 turns later. I got him, I could have had I had him down to 1 Shade. If I would have had a Frost Trap, I could have sent it back in his hand, but I was down to like 6 health, he had full health, so on turn 4. Turn 5, yeah, it was ridiculous. I had never seen anything like it. Let's get rid of this, keep those 2. But other than that, we've been just destroying Druids. This deck runs really good with Druids. And a lot of it comes out of the Frost Trap. Them bigger minions they play late, you can send them back to their hand, they're so expensive. You know, they ramp, get them out early, you send them back to their hand for, it costs us 2 mana, it costs them, you know, a bunch of cards to ramp up to get them out, and now it's going to cost them 8 mana to play them again, so it helps. Yeah, this dude's ramping up already. Wow. A turn 1 highlighted Shredder. That's pretty frickin' sick. It's just kind of a douche move, if you ask me. Honestly, I should have just traded this into it, because now he's going to get for 4. I'm going to have to play this. Well, if I kill it and I get a Frost Trap, I bring it to his hand. It's kind of 4 free damage in a way. So let's see how that plays, because I don't want to take 8 damage from that. I could silence it. I gotta say that silence for bigger taunts later. Sucky. Let's go ahead and let him kill that off and see what it drops. Yeah, so back to our story. So yeah, things started really picking up. I started dating a lot of older girls. Always dated older girls. What is this? I don't even know how I want to. Yeah, I know I want to deal with this. Let's go 2 here. They both die. Alright. Yeah, so I started dating this cheerleader. She was a sophomore. I was an 8th grader. She was actually. Oh, wow. That card is pretty badass. Let's steal it back. Let's steal it back. That was ugly, guys. Took a lot of damage there. At least we know what it is. Oh my god. Yeah, this game's over. Game is over. We got rolled. Dude, wasn't I just talking shit about how well I do against Druids? And look at this. He ramped out, got a Sludge Belcher on turn 1. And can't really beat that. Well played.